welcome to this review of Star Trek. As always, I'm your host, Captain Jack Hammer, and I thank you for joining me. When I first found out that this movie was being made, I was skeptical, worried they were going to turn the franchise into just another summer blockbuster movie juggernaut. So going in to see this movie, I decided not to watch it as a Star Trek fan, and not to worry about any continuity errors that may pop up. Instead, I just decided to watch it and see if I had a fun time watching it, to see if it's a good movie and not just a Star Trek movie. J.J. Abrams and writers Robert Orci and Alex Kurtzman change everything you know about this pop culture phenomenon. It's a daring and exciting approach that will most likely provoke most purists, while at the same time probably cause people who've never seen the show or know anything about Star Trek to feel a little bit lost. Midway through the movie, Leonard Nimoy arrives, and with him a plot twist. A twist that doesn't really work, and the film doesn't completely recover from it. It was clear from the start that J.J. Abrams was trying to appeal to a larger fan base than just a Star Trek fan base. Which I think is great because that's the only way that the Star Trek franchise is going to survive. This movie is a dazzling visual spectacle, while also leaving plenty of Easter eggs for hardcore fans to find. If there's any social or political subtext, as in the original series, it's difficult to determine. This Star Trek seems solely made to entertain, which is fine by me because when I pay $9 to go to a movie theater and watch a movie, especially a Star Trek movie, what I want is to have a fun time and enjoy what I'm watching. It's a gorgeous film with unmatched production design, the lighting is heavenly, and there are lovely tiny little details frequently emerging from within the larger, grander images to tickle and entice everyone. Say what you will about J.J. Abrams, but there's one thing for certain. This man knows how to stage an action sequence. The opening gets things off to a thrilling start. He efficiently and satisfyingly presents the backstories to the men who will become Captain James T. Kirk, played by Christopher Pine, and the half-Vulcan, half-human Mr. Spock, played by Zachary Quinto. The two men are on a collision course with each other, which helps up the excitement level early on in the movie. What's interesting about this movie is that we have always seen Kirk and Spock not just as friends, but as brothers. But in this Star Trek, it pits them as opposites and adversaries until they must reluctantly learn to function side by side for the greater good. Kirk is a young hotshot causing trouble in Iowa, talented beyond his years but self-destructive nonetheless. Spock is a brilliant young math whiz whose mixed ethnic heritage made him the target of Vulcan bullies who were just as geeky as he was. Pine gets the womanizing and the ego of Kirk, but in a younger state. There's also a likable boyish enthusiasm about him. Quinto, meanwhile, plays Spock as a little more tentative and less zen-like, but maybe that sense of inner peace comes in time. All that informs their interaction once they join Starfleet Academy, and ultimately climb aboard the shiny USS Enterprise, which looks familiar, but has been significantly updated from 40 years ago. Among them are the usual cast of supporting characters, Communications Officer Uhura, played by the graceful Zoe Saldana, who gets more to do in this movie than Nichelle Nichols ever did on the entire TV show. Over-the-top medical officer Leonard Bones McCoy is played by Carl Urban, who gets to growl familiar lines like, "Damn it, man! I'm a doctor, not a physicist!" Chief Engineer Montgomery Scotty Scott is played by Simon Pegg, and that's some of the best casting for any character for any movie I've ever seen. Reliable helmsman Sulu is played by John Cho, showing that he can do much more than comedy, and 17-year-old super genius Chekhov is played by Anton Yelchin, and he always came off very cartoony to me with his silly Russian accent, which is funny because the actor actually is Russian. Their shared enemy is the angry Romulan leader Nero, played by Eric Bana, who actually looks like a green Mike Tyson in the movie. The source of his vendetta against Spock and the entire Federation is revealed as the film progresses, and it's a crucial part of that distinctively perplexing twist that I mentioned earlier in the review. Either you go with the plot twist or you don't. Myself, I chose to just let the plot twist roll off of my back. Regardless, with the ambition and the scope in rejuvenizing this franchise and all the expectations that came with the release of this film, I think J.J. Abrams pretty much nailed it. Star Trek gets a 9 out of 10. and is a must-see in theaters. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Jackhammer, and I will see you next time.